Hey guys, Notorious RNG here. I'm going to do a bit of a commentary on a game that I had a while back, a couple of days ago. Might make this a regular thing, I don't know. Tell me if you like it. If you don't, really just started mastering, well not mastering, but learning to play the Salem a bit more. And this was a good game that I had in it. I'm not actually divisioned with the Moskva, but I was on voice comms with him, Canadian Gaming. So when I play a game, first thing I do is I check out the matchmaking and I look for clan tags on the enemy team that I recognise, and then I look for players that I recognise, and then I'll look for ships that can hurt me. Now matchmaking here has been pretty kind. It's just a Yamato that can really hurt us unless I show full broadside to any of these ships, and having played a few games, I'm not really in the business of showing full broadside to anybody, so it's really only the Yamato that I have to look out for, and crossfires from ship like the Zhao, the Moskva, the Buffalo. Hindenburg's got pretty nasty AP, and Des Moines always as well. So I start moving in here to take island cover, wait to see the enemy ship disposition, and see where they spawn. Now if you look at the matchmaking again, it's kind of screwed us because we have 3 non-capping DDs versus a DD that can cap, I guess, and just this feral crap ship that I hate. Kiev goes into spot, which is nice. I don't expect him to cap here, but we're just going to take cover behind this island and see who turns up. The good points about the Salem is obviously the heal, which is really good. He has a lot more damage than a regular heal does for ships at this tier. It's got a 27mm bow armor, which is good because ships like the Jean Bart with 380mm guns can't overmatch you, so you can just go nose into them all day and there's not a whole lot you can do to them. Take a few shots at this shimmer here, who's torpedoed for sure. I try and let this Kiev know in chat. Always a bit dubious of people that don't have a clan tag playing a Kiev that close to a cap in smoke. Not the greatest idea. Get radared here, it's the Buffalo. Actually, my friend in the Moskva tells us that it's a radar Edinburgh, and that's how our Harugumo dies. I think. So we go back to what I'm looking at. Decide to abandon C and come over here. There's a division of the Akazuki and the radar Edinburgh in B. So we're going to try and help out with a bit of map control here while staying safe. We notice that the Yamato is up here, so we have to be careful, and the Jean Bart is here. There's also a Buffalo here that can be quite nasty, so we take a bit of a risk. I presume that's the Baltimore radaring the Akazuki at this stage, and then that dies out. So I hit mine to see if anybody can get some cross shots. Perhaps a little bit premature. Our Baltimore rushes in here. I don't know why. It's a bit of a silly move, but our pink Harugumo's pinging the map. Change to HE to take some shots at this Akazuki while turning out, tagging pretty good. But he manages to get away. Duke his torps, Yamato shooting at us, it could be bad. The Edinburgh turns out, and we switch to AP, and we overlead him for the first shot. Gets 7 overpens, but Then we managed to give him a depth strike, which is always funny in a ship with no torpedoes. It's not a battleship. We have to be careful where we are now, because although we're not spotted by that Yamato, we're about to pick this island here and get spotted by maybe that Zhao if he's pushed up. So that Akazuki disappears, and I'm going to ask my Moskva friend if he can use his radar, and he does. And I take some pretty bad shots. I think I hit him alright here. And he gets away. The Zhao starts shooting me, so I've got to quiet and turn around. Fortunately, he's far enough away so I can just stop shooting and get undetected. And if you look at the caps and where all of our ships are, we have next to no map control, but there's a cyclone coming in a minute and a half, so I'm hoping that my ships on my team will bide their time, so we can regroup. The Moskva here is standing his ground against that Yamato, but there's a Zhao creeping up in here that shot at me that has some good broadside shots, and Zhao AP is pretty bad, so I'm expecting him to get tagged pretty heavily in a second. Gonna create some distance on the Yamato, and I shoot at him and get spotted, so I know that either the Akazuki or the Zhao shows up again. And you can see his AP coming in against the Moskva, and the Moskva gets a big hit. So I've got to work on this Yamato while I can, while he's distracted. He starts looking at me, and I zoom in, and I notice that he starts to turn to the left in a second, so he's opening up to use his rear turret, so he's going to start shooting me in a second, so I turn to the right to avoid his shots. He kind of gets close. Trying to get another fire or two before he disappears. If you look at our team, they've got horrible positioning. Our Republic has a good shot on that Yamato. Our full health Republic, by the way. But he doesn't last much longer. See, I start getting a bit angry in chat here. I'm looking at the map. There's like a 430 point deficit, and no map position, no map control, no caps. Pretty much writing this game off as a loss. But I want to maybe get some damage or get at least something out of it so that the game isn't a waste. So I start pushing back in, and this Kiev is really annoying me. So he's been going backwards and forwards behind that island. If he YOLO rushed the Yamato, he could have got torps on him, or he could have, I don't know, he could have done something. So it's important that we see that Shimakaze was last spotted here, and we see two sets of Shimakaze torps come out. So we know the Shimakaze has one set of torpedoes still loaded, and that's going to be important shortly. I'm asking, or telling this Kiev, perhaps not as nicely as I could, to push up and do something. We see some smoke here. Now that's either the Shimakaze or maybe the Akazuki's come around. I'm spotted, so I decide to use my radar in a second after closing some distance. And I used it too early, potatoed a bit. There is the Shimakaze. So I know there's maybe one rack of torpedoes coming my way. So, gotta be careful of that. This Yamato, I know he's spotted in smoke, so he's obviously shooting. And look at that point deficit. I mean, this is just, it's most likely going to be a loss. So, I know the Shimakaze's hidden. There's his set of torpedoes, so he's got two loaded and one on the way. This Zhao over at A has been doing a lot of good work. And I'm spotted again, so I think what's going on is the Shimakaze out. I thought it might have been that Yamato spotting me, but he's not far back enough. And I didn't realise it at the time. I was wondering what it was that was spotting me. But then old mate here shows up, and we'll take that kill. That's quite easy. Get in cover. The Yamato's not targeting us, and we'll just hide here and wait a minute until we move into B. And then, yep, I ask for help. And, shit. The Shimikaze, I aim for his torpedoes, and I take one of them out. Now, he gets 2 loads off, and I'm accelerating to dodge them. And thankfully, he launched them all for when I was stationary. So I took out his torpedoes twice, which means that his third rack is not available, and he's actually playing this pretty good. He's using AP against me here, doing a lot of damage, but we managed to take him out, fortunately. Should have let my secondaries do it, maybe get a close quarters expert, but again, got lucky in that situation, I guess. Looking bad at C. Now Xiao doesn't torpedo the Buffalo, and ends up dying. And I get annoyed. I've had a few run-ins with Aqua before. They're mostly alright. At this stage I just had a long crap night, and I throw some shade at that guy. Apologise to him later. Not happy with myself about it, but what are you going to do? So this Zhao in A ends up getting a ram on the Moskva, and I was annoyed that he threw his ship away, but my buddy in the Moskva tells me that he was super low and it was actually a really good trade. So I complimented that guy, messaged him afterwards and told him that, he played that pretty good. Now this leaves it open for the Harugumo to cap A, and I'm going to cap B. Still got 3 heals left, and the Yamato is really low. The Hindenburg is almost full health, and there's a Buffalo. So I tell my buddy that this game's pretty much over. I'm just going to go get some damage. And I expect those 3 ships to just be running for the hills, because all I've got to do is run away. All I've got to do is run away and live, and they win. So I'm not expecting to see any of them again, but this Buffalo shows up. I think, alright, don't have much chance because I'm going to have to show a bit of side to get a good shot on him. But there's this low crest up here. I know where he's coming from. He's probably expecting me to go down the middle, so we'll get right up close and we'll go nose in so he can't citadel us. And if he wants to be greedy and use all his guns, he's going to have to show me a fair bit of side. I know how much of this here I can shoot over, so I'll creep up and hopefully get the element of surprise on this guy. We'll see how that works out. There he is. He's showing way too much side, and this USN AP has special pen angles. So I hold my shot, shoots me, he does nothing, and we get a second dev strike, which is pretty funny. So I know there's nothing else coming behind him, and I can afford to make this turn. I'll kind of potato here a little bit. Just costs me time that I don't have, because I really need to kill these other guys. The Harugumo has capped A and he's coming to help. I think he's on pretty low health, so I don't expect him to do much. I just need him to spot and get the information for me. So I'm going to make this turn around here. And this Kiev, he obviously doesn't understand the game mechanics. He's going off about, shooting AP and getting those citadels. He doesn't understand about penetration. And HE mechanics, and AP mechanics. Yeah, so 50 AP hits on holes, right on citadels and no sits. DD AP doesn't really work like that. And this Yamato shows up, so shit, He's shooting me, so I'm going to shoot and turn in and hope that I can bounce his salvo. And we do. And this next shot, probably what won me the game. I get great dispersion right on the upper belt, and I do a 6k and take this guy out. And didn't even realise that was a Kraken, so all that I need to do now is kill this Hindenburg, and we win. And all this Hindenburg needs to do is run away. All he needs to do is run away. And this Kiev doesn't understand. So the Harugumo had 800 HP, and he's taking full salvos from the Hindenburg and not dying because he was damage saturated. So this guy's playing tier 8 and doesn't understand the mechanics, so I was right in assuming I couldn't rely on him as a teammate. So he's going off in chat. Now I use my radar up in here to give me some early warning on the Hindenburg is coming at me, and I can't believe it. So I stop. I start slowing down because he's going to rush me, and the Hindenburg is much better at brawling than I am. You don't want to get in a close quarters brawl with a Hindenburg that's coming at you. So I stop because I know he's coming in to torpedo me, and I want to buy myself some time. So he shoots, and he is giving me full broadside at 5.5 Ks, and I can't believe my luck. This is going to be the easiest kill of my life. The Hindenburg has 2 racks of torpedoes on each side with a range of 6 Ks, so I just start backing up, and he obliges by turning away. So I know that he can't torpedo me if I can reverse 500 meters in time. And this is exactly the situation you want to be in a Salem now. So he's cut me a break, brawling other cruisers that shoot HE because you have a massive super heal, and as we predicted, the torpedoes show up, and we just managed to get out of it. But we've got our repair, and this guy's gonna die. I mean, his team must be yelling at him. Don't really know what he was doing. A real misplay on his part. We've got 3 minutes to take this guy down. We get another fire that he can't put out, and he turns back for some reason, showing me more broadside, and we managed to, spoiler alert, we managed to take him out, and that's game. Thanks for watching.